Well, that moves us on to Crown Jewel. We're in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. They point out the city on the map for some reason. I think they do that every time they're there. You know exactly where it is. Like, we don't have Google Maps.
Not that I would look it up.
Right. And then we see the ugly ass Crown Jewel title right off the bat. And then our walkers, Cody, Gunther, and Stratton and Jax arrive. They're sipping lattes. Judgment Day, and useless Liv Morgan has her stupid out of character glasses on. Like, she's so quirky. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
And I think Cody arrived in a Tesla. I don't know why I needed to point that out, but here we go.
Well, the first match of the evening is the new Bloodline versus the old Bloodline. So not only are we rushing into that, that's the throwaway match. And it's Solo, Tama, and Jacob Fatu. Tonga Loa's just, he's the odd man out. Why is he even there anymore?
I don't know.
Jimmy and Roman come out together. Jay's still a diva. And they're like, he worked his way up to singles competition. He was the savior of the spotlight. Fuck you.
No, this was part of the story.
So the new Bloodline spent most of the match keeping Roman from getting tagged in. Jay helped him with that a little bit because he's a little bitch and didn't want to tag Roman in when he clearly could have.
More story building.
Solo hits Roman with 2 spikes for a rare win. As usual, Fatu was the best part of the whole goddamn thing. Not sure why there was a ref bump when no one cheated. Like, Roman hip tossed one of the Tongans in the ref. No one cheated. No one got a chair, so I don't understand why the ref was taken out.
I don't know. I think it was kind of done as a swerve, so everybody would think something was going to happen. I don't know.
After the match, the new Bloodline go to whip the old Bloodline's ass. Sammy comes out wearing a gay little scarf, teases joining Solo, and then ends up hitting him with an exploder instead. Looks like the old Bloodline has Solo dead to rights. Sammy ends up inadvertently hitting Roman with a hell of a kick, and Sammy leaves with his gay little scarf while the Bloodline look confused. The old Bloodline. The new Bloodline ran away like bitches.
I don't know what it meant, but they had a shot with Roman sitting in the ring, just like Cody sat in the ring after WrestleMania 39.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what parallels they were drawing there. But first of all, Jey Uso. I know you don't like him, but boy, is he a star. The entrance.
He's not a star. He
He's
just
a
has
star.
a little fucking dance that the seals move along to.
Oh no, he's a star.
He's not a star.
As a matter of fact, I think he got a bigger reaction than Roman Reigns. The entrance, of course, but
again, that's because they have something to dance to. It has nothing to do with Jey Uso. If Kofi did the little dance, they do all the dance for that, and they'd say, "Oh, he's whatever." Kofi, boom, boombastic.
Isn't that the point of wrestling? Is to get a gimmick and get over with it? That's the point of wrestling.
I'm just saying he's not the star. It's his little dance.
I don't know. I think the presentation makes him look like a star.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
He's gonna be a champion in 2025, a world champion.
Ugh.
And also, while we're here, there was a moment where he comes down through the crowd. He gets on the turnbuckle, and he's doing the yeet. And there's a shot of Roman Reigns kind of looking annoyed at it. Not annoyed that he was doing the yeet, but annoyed that he was getting such a big reaction. Just a little kernel. So we might be building something there.
I thought he looked proud.
I don't know. There was a moment where he looked like
it looked like he was reflecting. It's like, man, he really built himself up. The seals are dancing, just like they holy shit a clothesline.
I was surprised that the women got a holy shit chant.
You'll have to tell me about it. So Gunther and Cody are interviewed, and Gunther says he's beaten Cody by choking him out, and Cody says he doesn't want to be the guy to devalue the undisputed title with a loss. And then the agenda won the Fatal 4-Way match. Tell us about that.
That's where the holy shit chant came from. Lash Legend is continuing to prove that she's a breakout star, or not a breakout star. She's building up to be a big deal in the women's division. There was a moment where she picked up Kairi Sane, literally picked her up by her waist, and she didn't get help either. She just like grabs her by her waist, picks her up, and puts her on her shoulders like a baby. And of course, it's got a big reaction out of the crowd.
Kairi Sane's tiny.
Still.
She's like 90 pounds.
I don't think I could do it. Maybe I could.
You could do it to Kairi.
Another way. Definitely be one of those standing sex.
Get her up for a power bomb, never put her down.
Yeah.
No, she's like 90 pounds. It's not impressive. She did it to Piper Niven,
She could.
but then she ain't strong.
And then there was also a moment where Lash Legend and Jade Cargill, they did the slow turn to the face-off thing, and then they actually started exchanging blows, and they were throwing haymakers. We'll just say, like, it wasn't no love taps. So a little glimpse into the future of what could be there.
Mm.
And yeah, that's it.
Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. Rollins attacks Reed on the entrance ramp. They fight there and around the ring. Rollins gets tossed over the barricade into a chair. Then they get in the ring and the match officially starts. Reed hits a tsunami right off the bat, goes for a second one. Then Rollins is just magically fine, gets up, hits a curb stomp for 2. Reed starts whipping Rollins' ass. Rollins tries to fight back several times but gets caught by Reed's mass. One time he just sits on him. Rollins counters a powerbomb with a DDT, creating an opening. They did the thing where Rollins hits Reed with everything he has, trying to knock the big man off his feet. Really stupid considering that One Shot did it last week. Then Rollins hits a frog splash. He starts whooping on Reed. Reed snatches Rollins and hits a sit-down powerbomb. Reed hits a Death Valley driver and a superplex. Then he tells Rollins to stay down. Rollins tells Reed that he should have finished him when he had the chance. Reed levels Rollins, goes for a tsunami. Rollins rolls out of the ring. Reed follows, kicks his ass on the floor. And he grabs the steel steps so Rollins can use them to curb stomp him on him. And Reed gets in the ring, gets another curb stomp, but starts getting up. Then Rollins hits a third curb stomp from the top rope, 1, 2, 3. Reed was busted open and stood up to stare at Rollins as he left. And I'll be shocked if Reed does not cost Rollins the title on Monday.
Yeah, he definitely will take out Rollins. It's definitely not done. A little disappointed that Reed lost.
Oh, me too.
But I think they're going to run it back and Reed's going to get his win back.
We'll see.
But the weird thing is, the whole match, they were building up the fact that Reed needs to win this match. He's been begging for this match. You got to win this to go to the main event scene. Then he didn't win. So what are you telling us?
Well, it's just
That's
the
the story, and he didn't win.
Well, this whole thing that, he's a monster now, and he wrestled like 3 stalemates with Braun Strowman before losing. It's just like the fucking bloodline. Oh, they're so devastating and dominant, but they don't fucking do anything.
Yeah. But yeah, I hate to say it, but he'll get his rematch. And if he loses that match, he's going to have to go into the shut up Bronson Reed category.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to believe anything you say after that.
Useless Liv Morgan beat Nia Jax again. Don't know why. And I don't think Stratton cashed in.
She didn't. She teased the cash in, runs down there. Nia Jax cuts her off, tells her to get out of here because she was doing this during the match. Nia Jax tells her to leave. She doesn't leave. Of course, the Judgment Day, that being Dom and Raquel, they get involved. Through all this, Liv Morgan picks up the victory, and Liv Morgan is your first ever Women's Crown Jewel champion. It kind of makes sense.
It doesn't make sense that Liv Morgan would beat Nia Jax in any fucking universe.
There is that, but to be the first ever, it's going to go down in history, or they're trying to make it go down in history. We're not going to remember it by tomorrow, but
That's true.
Those Riyadhs are going to remember it. Speaking of which, there was a moment with her. She did the post show, and they presented everybody with the rings and stuff. And when she was there, the crowd, which was made up of men, started chanting, "You deserve it," and then she broke down in tears.
Ugh. Okay, so they clearly paid people to show up there. Liv Morgan does not deserve shit.
She has a pretty big fan base, believe it or not.
She has thirsty fans.
It's high time maybe she needs to have some respect put on her name. That's with a K. She's won Raw Championship, SmackDown Championship, Tag Team Championship, Crown Jewel Championship.
And each reign has been even more unbelievable than the last, and unimpressive.
I think she's coming into her own on this one. Now she doesn't even have Rhea Ripley, so I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, this is going to happen at WrestleMania. I don't know when Rhea Ripley is going to come back, but she will. Before WrestleMania, maybe Royal Rumble. I don't think she's winning the Royal Rumble, but she's coming back. And then we're going to go maybe Elimination Chamber. And then we're going to do that. So I speak for myself. Well deserved for her. I think
You
it's
absolutely
time.
fucking speak for yourself.
I think it's time that she gets a little respect put on her name.
It's time for her to fucking go away.
There you
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Owens is wearing a Cowboy Bob Orton shirt, and he attacks Orton from behind with a chair in the ring, which is not a DQ for some reason. Orton
go. Oh, because the
recovers.
match never started.
Okay. Orton recovers and belly to back suplexes Owens on the announce desk, slams him into the steel steps. They get back in the ring. Owens goes after Orton with the chair again. Ref takes the chair away from Owens and gets stunned. Owens goes after Orton with the chair again. Orton gets the chair and hits Owens with it and then sets it down, which is what you would do with a weapon. The match apparently is waved off at this point, and then Orton and Owens fight on the floor some more. Owens takes out security people. Orton belly to back suplexes Owens on the announce desk again, and they get back in the ring. Orton goes to hit Owens with the chair, and someone comes out to take the chair. I thought it was Triple H.
It was Ari Davari, I think. Kenny Dykstra was also there.
So is Jamie Noble.
Yeah, so was Jamie Noble. He got taken out.
You sure did.
I only saw Ari Davari at first, and I was like, no way the extras are all Arabian too, or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was Triple H. I just saw the bald head and the suit.
That was Davari. Speaking of Saudis, do you remember Hassan?
Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah, what happened to that guy? He had so much. I don't know. Like he was the second biggest heel heat for a foreigner outside of Iron Sheik.
I think that's what happened to him. He got too much heat. I think they did like a 9/11 thing.
Oh yeah, they mentioned that.
They
It
came
got
up
too
with the
close to home.
idea.
So
Yeah. It was like, oh yeah, I know it's our idea, but you gotta go. Best of
yeah,
luck on your future endeavors.
he got a little too much heat, and it's like, well, at this point, you're a little too hot for us.
Yeah.
But you made me get here.
What an awkward conversation that had to have been.
Yeah, he was hated. You could hear the hate in people.
He was pretty good too.
Yeah.
So Owens gouges Orton's eyes. Orton hits an apron DDT on Owens. Aldis and Pierce come out to calm down Orton. Pierce gets RKO'd, and then Aldis just gets out of the ring. Smart. Orton goes after Owens again. Owens, I think, goes for Orton's eyes again. And then Owens throws Orton face first into the ring post. And then they fight through the crowd. Owens wallops Orton with a road case lid. No one took it from Owens. There's a referee right there. Why aren't they trying to take it from him? Then Owens climbs up a railing, and then he elbow drops Orton through a table.
So no official match. Obviously, it'll keep going.
Okay.
They'll be at War Games. And a little note here, Aldis got RKO'd. So Xavier Woods, he went to Twitter. He essentially alluded to War Games having a traditional Survivor Series match. Because he said something about Orton attacking their GM. And it's time to show that we're the better brand or something. I don't know. They may be bringing back the brand versus brand traditional Survivor Series matches. And then also have a War Games match. But, that's like maybe one of the undercard matches.
I wouldn't mind seeing them alternate. Or shit, they could do that with the men and the women. They could have one do War Games and then the other one do a Survivor Series match.
Well, we know why that can't happen.
Or after that, LA Knight won the triple threat match, like I've been saying.
Yep, what's next for LA Knight?
I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, though. So we have Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Triple H made the retarded decision to have Super Cody beat Gunther clean. It was a typical boring Cody match where nothing special happened. Kevin Owens did not interfere, costing Cody the match to further their feud. Goldberg didn't do anything. And Triple H continues to devalue the best wrestler today, now at the expense of a neck-tattooed fuck. And I hope we find out that Triple H is on Diddy's list. Fuck this.
Okay. I don't know. Again, it makes sense for me when you think of the totality of it, because, they're doing this whole Saudi first in history. It just makes sense that Cody's name is down as the first in history over Gunther. And again, by Monday, we're all going to forget about it anyway. Big surprise that Gunther actually lost.
Clean. As a fucking whistle.
Yes.
I don't know what Triple H is doing.
It was kind of funny that Gunther insulted Bret Hart, and then they used that very finish. But
Goldberg, I guess, announced that they're going to do a retirement match.
Yeah, I did have it in the notes. I saw him on, I don't know if it was College Game Day or the Fox Game Day this morning, and they were playing the little clip of him back in Georgia at Bad Blood, and he said, "Well, I guess we can go ahead and break news here. I spoke with H, Ari Emanuel, and Nick Khan, and they said 2025 I get my retirement match." He also went on to add, "And I think we all know." And he points at the footage that they're showing, Bad Blood. And he said, "I think we all know who my final victim is, or at least I hope."
Still bullshit to have Gunther lose clean. Well, that was Crown Jewel. Moving on.